Hello and welcome to the Brick Freak. Today with the review of Cada's Humvee, the official licensed Humvee from AM General. American Military? I don't know. American Military General LLC or AM General. I don't know what's the EM for, but American Military seems to be obvious. Okay, so this is an official licensed set. We have 3,935 pieces. We have 5 power functions or 5 motors inside, and the model number is C61036. Sometimes with a W at the end. I believe this W is for Western, but I don't know. Because when I see these sets in China, they are without the W. If I order them here in Germany, they are with the W. And so I believe the W stands for Western. So this is the instructions booklet. No, not for nearly 4K on pieces. So we have 5 instruction sheets. I like the style that Cada does, with not one big book, with smaller ones. That's easier. So we have 8 building steps to achieve this here, and we have 4 instructions for building it, and the 5th instruction is to showing you the functions and to show you how you make out of the static version. You build in the instructions 1 to 4. And instructions 5, or the book, shows you how to maintain the power functions after finishing the set. It's done in 10 minutes. So I think this solution for Cada with power functions or without power functions with the instructions is very good. Because in other sets you have skip this for static, skip that for power functions, and sometimes you're a little bit messed up in the head. So here you're building the static version, and when you're finished, then you are making the power functions. And like I said, 8 or 10 minutes. It's absolutely easy, because Cada designed this here very, very well. Okay. First things first, instructions. One of the best I have ever had. That's so clear. It shows you everything, really detailed. It shows you where you can make mistakes and where you can make it right. Perfect. Perfect. Really. One of the best instructions I have ever had. Ever. The Humvee itself, we have I measured it wrong, I believe, in German. 52 centimeters. In the German video I said 51, but I believe it's 52. So the height is 21 without the Gatling, and 26 with the Gatling, and perhaps a little bit higher with the rocket launcher. We have 2 accessories. And we have a width at the mirrors . 28 centimeters in width. So we have here 5 motors inside. We have 3 L motors, 1 servo, 1 M, the Akku box, and the Cada RC. This here is to complete here the roof, but it's easy to detach it so you can mount the Gatling or the cannon. So I show you meanwhile the set from underneath. And you see there a lot of colors. Yes, I came later to that. But you see there is a printed Humvee tile. A 2x4 that's actually printed Humvee. So that's cool that we have a printed tile with the name Humvee. But I preferred it here at the front and not under the car. Nobody sees it there, but you know it's there. Okay. So instructions booklet, really great. Piece quality is good, like mostly from Cada. The pins are easier to get in and out than Lego or especially Mold King, so it's a little bit easier to build, especially when you have 10 or 12, if you have long lift arms and you have 8 or 10 pins. With Mold King, that's hard. With Lego, okay, and here it's easy, click. So, one or two things are not so good. The quality here, the round connector here, when you use the 2-length axle to build this here, it won't hold. You need here 3-length axles, because it falls apart. So that's the problem that Cada has since a year or 1.5. Some of the connectors are too loose with the axles or with the pins, mostly with the axles. But it made not really problem. You need additionally 4 of the 3-length axles, or perhaps 12. 8 here for the front and 4 for these caps here on the rims, because they are fixed at the moment with the 2-length axles and they fall easily apart. If you move it to the side, they fall down. You see here it's gray instead of black. I inserted here a 3-length gray one, and this one is the only one that holds. All the others, well, this here holds too, okay. But this here, if I'm looking wrong, it falls apart. Okay, what do we have for functions? 2 L motors, they are sitting underneath. They are for driving. The 3rd L motor is for the functions, and the M motor is for switching the functions. You can do it manually. Here, this here with that, I can use the functions. I can switch between the functions, or I can use here my RC, only for the static version. Okay, what have we for functions? We can open all of the 4 doors. We can move the seats a little bit forward. Too fat fingers. We can move the seats a little bit, you see there. Okay, inside the doors are suspensions, so you see they really flip out. All the 4 doors. We can open the trunk. Inside, or here sitting the 3rd L motor and the M motor and the accu box. So we can remove here 2 gears, then we can flip this down, and then we can open the hood. Inside here is we have lightning, and there is the V8. It's not a V8, they are not sitting in a V shape, they are sitting 180 degree, so it's more like a boxer motor. It's not exactly a boxer, but it looks like a boxer. The motor runs with the set, it's connected over a chain and to the motor. Okay, we have 8 suspensions, hard ones. He's really hard, but with 4K on pieces, when we use soft suspension, the weight will put them down and it looks horrible. So I think the hard suspensions are better for the weight of the 4K on pieces. Okay, so I show you the front again. Okay. We have 2 extension cables. I used only one. The second wasn't necessary. Okay, let's go to the functions. The steering wheel inside turns with the car. So what can this set here do? First we need power Yes. Yes. Okay. It can drive forward and backward. Wow. You see, it's not so fast, but for 4K on pieces, it's all right. It's okay. So I show you steering, or the angle of steering later on after I said goodbye. Like always with the cars, I show you the driving inside my kitchen. So, but here is the angle of the steering. It's really not much. I don't like these tractor tires. Other tires would be better. Some viewers showed me pictures of their tires and it looked much better than these here. Okay, when you see, you see the light? You see it? Yeah, inside there. Yes, I did it wrong. I connected the lights to the steering, not to the driving, but I will change this. I will change this. So, now we come to the functions. First look, okay, wait. Okay, first function, turning here the Gatling. Click, click. When you click 2 times, then the Gatling will turn. So, if I click another, then here this does it turn? Yes, you see it's turning. You can use it to pull out your Humvee out of the dirt or other cars. So everything is working fine. So we just remove here, or we can easily remove our Gatling. The problem is when you remove it, every time I lose track here of the gear. So, okay. I can show you in a quick second. So this is like how the Humvee looks when the roof is closed, and you just, this is everything. Cannon. Okay. So there's one thing with the spring-loaded shooter. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, on this side. So. Okay. There's one thing with the spring-loaded shooter. You've seen it shooted. But on the mechanism here is a two-length technic beam. When it comes from underneath, when you use this button here, there are two. When you use the upper one, it comes from underneath and then it lifts up the whole spring-loaded shooter and it won't shoot. You need to use the bottom one. Then it shoots. And when I click again, the rocket launcher will turn like the turret, like the Gatling does. Okay. So, that's everything. It drives, it steers, it shoots, and it can pull other cars out of the dirt or the mud, or it can pull itself out of the dirt or the mud with this here. I just googled it. Seilwinde auf Englisch. The winch. I know the word, but when you have no script like I have, I'm just brabbling around, and I'm nearly 50. And my school English is, you can imagine, over 35 years away. So sometimes my head is a little bit messed up and yeah, I can't remember the words. The winch. Okay, everything is alright. Okay, was the Humvee from Cada, and my final opinion, this is a great set. One thing. If you watch the assembly video and look what I assembled, we have 8 building steps. 1 to 4 are the chassis and 4 to 8 are the turrets here and the bodywork. The body is built as one piece. You build a chassis, then this here, from here to there, put it over it, connect it, then you bring on here the hood and connect it, and that's it. But underneath, you see it here, when I remove the body, blue, yellow, lime green. Why? Okay, first things, what Cada thought. Hey, Lego does all the interior or the inside often uses color bricks to make it easier to build. That's what Lego says is the reason they use all the colors inside of their sets. And I can understand it. And I can understand that Cada thinks that's a good idea that Lego have. Let's do it the same. I can understand the thought, but now comes the big but. It brings in, or you see it, the old building steps are great. They have all the same color. Everything is grey and only the new pieces are colored. So it makes it not easier if it's colored if I don't see the color in the instructions, Cada. That's the problem with your thoughts, in my opinion. So you have two possibilities. Leave the colors away, like the last years. Nobody had problems with your... okay, some people had problems with your set, but that was construction-wise and not because your colors are wrong. The other thing is, change it. Use black or dark bluish grey or light bluish grey, but not 8 colors inside the car here. And a lot of the colors you are seeing from outside. Lego, mostly, not always, but mostly with Lego sets, you don't see the colors inside. If you're going close, you see it. But here, it's really obvious from far away that this thing here is a little bit colored inside. It's not a really bummer for me, but I have to mention it. I think it's not a good way that Cada goes there. The other thing is, Cada, please change your remote. We have up and down here, it's for steering. I know you have the little steering wheel that I can connect here, but that's not the same. Just change it. Just change it. Make 2 of these. One like this here for trains or tanks, and please the other for cars. Just switch this here 90 degrees and then we have no problem. Okay, that's everything. A last look here on the Humvee. If you have any questions, write in the comments. Perhaps I forgot to show you something, because Like I said, I have no script, I'm just babbling around. If you have any comments or questions, I'm happy. And I'm Frank, your Brick Freak, and I catch you in the next ones. Okay, little view to the future. Next will be an 11,000 piece, or nearly 11,000 pieces tow truck from Mole King with 19 motors, 19 motors, 3 akku boxes, and this is a monster. 11K on pieces, that's incredible. After that I will have a Death Star from Mole King, and it's a mix between the Death Star 1 and 2 from Lego. It's closed and you can open it. That's cool. You can open the Lego one, but inside you have then the Death Star 1. It's Death Star 2 from outside, and when you open it, it's Death Star 1 inside with all the minifigs and everything. No minifigs, but with all the interior. Then I order the Millennium Falcon from Mole King with 12,000 pieces, nearly 13,000 pieces. And after that I will order the AT-80 from Mole King, because it will be much cheaper than the Lego version. Okay, these are the next 3 sets here on the channel. I'm Frank, your Brick Freak, and I catch you in the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.